South Pender today in front of Mount Baker, and we're picking rose hips. These beautiful red guys are what's left after the bloom dies away, and most people prune them away. But on this wild bush, I found a whole bunch of beautiful ones that have just been hit with this year's first frost, so they're nice and sweet, they're full of vitamin C, and I'm just going to pick a few more and I'll meet you back in the kitchen. Welcome to Pender. My name's Theresa Carle-Sanders, and this is Island Vittles. So I'm back from picking. I spent the last little while cleaning up the rose hips. I've removed the green stems and any blossom ends from them. I gave them a quick wash, and now we're going to puree them and make some rosehip syrup, which is full of vitamin C, so it's a great boost for winter, and kids love it because it's nice and sweet. Rosehips themselves taste a little bit like cranberries before sweetened, which is why you need to add sugar. So what we're going to do is we're going to process these rose hips, about a pound, just until they're broken up. And that looks about perfect. You can see I've broken them up, and there's lots of seeds in there. And what we're going to do now is cover them with about 1 liter or 1 quart of boiling hot water. Put it on the stove, bring it back to a boil, and then remove it from the heat and let it sit for 15 minutes. So the rosehips have been steeping for about 15 minutes, and what we're going to do now is just drain them. So I've got a colander lined with a clean dishcloth. You could also use cheesecloth or a jelly bag. And I'm just going to pour everything into that colander. Scrape out everything. And you don't have to be too fussy, because we are going to do this again. So once it's drained, you can pick up the pulp by your dishcloth or cheesecloth, give it a good squeeze to get out all that juice. Careful because it's hot. And then we're going to put all of that pulp back into the pot. Cover it up with another liter or quart of water and do it all over again. Into the rosehip juice, I'm going to pour my sugar. You could also use honey. Get it all in there, give it a good stir, and once again, you're going to put it back on the stove, bring it to a boil, let it boil for a minute, and then you're done. So here's the finished syrup, hot off the stove. I put it in this glass measuring cup so I can pour it a bit easier. And I'm going to pour it into some sterilized and still hot canning jars. You could use bottles too. Just make sure they're sterile and they're warm so that this hot liquid doesn't crack the glass. Rosehip syrup is a really nice drink cold. It's a great drink hot in the winter. Just dilute it with a bit of water to your taste. Or use it to pour over ice cream, use it over your morning granola with yogurt, however you use it. Enjoy it, and until next time, happy foraging.